Hi, everyone. We're going to give people a couple of minutes to get here, and then we'll begin. So I'm just going to set up my screen share. Welcome to this webinar. I am Deborah Spiegel, CEO and Director of the Spiegel Academy for Music Therapy Continuing Education. We help music therapists and allied health professionals to improve their skill sets to effectively support client goals by providing online classes that are full of new ideas and strategies. Imagery sessions are one of my specialty areas. I always loved the guided imagery aspects of my music therapy training. In addition to being a board-certified music therapist, I became a certified clinical hypnotherapist, taking it further for me. In this webinar today, I'm going to share with you 3 tools for effective guided imagery. When you design your own script, the first thing to do to keep in mind is this: keep it positive. The subconscious mind does not hear the word not. So, if you're creating guided imagery, keep your language positive. Instead of saying, "You are not stressed," phrase it in a positive. Something like, "Feel how good it feels to be stress-free." The classic example is this. Take a minute now and close your eyes. Now, don't think about pink elephants. And especially don't think about pink elephants with purple polka dots. Did you try it? What did you think about elephants, right? So what do you think your client will think about when you tell them that they will no longer have any cravings for sugar, or that they won't argue with people? How can you word those suggestions in a positive way? Instead of saying a negative statement, "You won't have any cravings for sugar," you could say something like, "You can find it easy to choose healthy foods, and you can feel proud of yourself for being on a sugar-free diet." Instead of "You don't argue anymore," you could say something like, "You can find it easy to notice when you're feeling angry and take a time out to cool down before you talk with people." I even used this when my child was little. Instead of "Quit splashing water out of the tub," I would say, "Keep the water inside the tub," reinforcing what I do want rather than what I don't want. Food for thought. Any questions about that one? Feel free to type in the chat. Use present tense. In the subconscious mind, all time is now. If you describe your imagery in present tense as if it's happening now, it works better, more effectively, and more powerfully. It can be experienced in the moment. For example, you could say, "Here you are now in the forest, walking by the flowing stream, as you experience this peaceful place," and so forth. That was an example of using present tense and staying positive. I'm going to give you a long example in a minute. Use the senses. Utilize all of the senses with your imagery scripts. For example, you could say something like, "Imagine walking in a natural place. You can feel your feet on the ground. You can feel the temperature of the air on your skin," and so forth, using all the senses so you're painting a picture. Okay, now you've learned a few tips about how to language your scripts. I want to tell you now a bit about the structure of the session, and then we'll listen to a sample session. I like to tailor my imagery specifically around my clients. I find out what it is that they need or want to improve and use that. I have a complete formula I use to gather the information I'll need, and then I use that to guide the session. For example, I interviewed my client, and their issue was stress, anger, and feeling like their behavior is out of control. They wanted to be able to control their anger and feel relaxed. Then I designed the session around that. When you start your session, the first thing to do is some sort of an induction, which is relaxing the conscious thinking part of the mind and going within. As music therapists, we can use music to accomplish this. Native tribes have used drums to accomplish this for years. I'll tell you about how I can teach you more strategies to use with your inductions using words and imagery in a little bit. The next part of the imagery experience is the suggestion script, which is where we paint a picture of success or peace or pain-free living, whatever the goal of the client is. And lastly is where we bring their awareness back into the room, begin moving about, and so forth. And of course, you can use your music for this too. Now I'm going to give you an example. As you listen to this, I want you to notice that I'm using positive language, present tense, and all of the senses. Notice that I start out with an induction, then continue with an imagery experience around inner wisdom, and then come back into the room. Listen now to this recording. As you hear the sound of the birds, and the sound of my voice, and the sound of the drums, you can begin to relax and let go into the safety of your own inner world. You can imagine waves of relaxing energy moving from the top of your head down through your body, relaxing your scalp and your forehead, relaxing your eyes and your cheeks and your jaw, relaxing all the muscles in your neck, relaxing with every breath you take deeper inside, relaxing from your waist to your hips, and from your hips all the way down your legs to the bottoms of your feet, from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet, relaxed, as you imagine now walking in a natural place. You can imagine feeling your feet touching the ground. You can feel the temperature of the air on your skin. You can hear the sounds of nature around you. You can see what there is to see. And you can allow the music to take you to a place that feels very safe and very good to you. When you find yourself in this safe place, you can enjoy it. You might find that your wise one is here today to meet you. This could be a person or an animal. Whoever it is feels very safe and very wise and has a message for you that can help you in your life. Notice what that message is. Now imagine that your wise one is taking you into the future to meet the future successful you. Here you are, being successful at whatever it is you said you wanted to accomplish. Feel how it feels in your body to have accomplished this thing. Notice what you're wearing as you step into the body of the future successful you. Notice how you're acting. Notice the people who are around you. Notice how good it feels to have accomplished this thing. And now, becoming your present day self. Ask your wise one what steps you need to take to get from where you are now to where you want to be, to where that successful you has become successful. Know that you can accomplish your goals. You can be successful. You can remember everything you've experienced here today. You can return on your own anytime you want to and anytime you need to your inner world, to your wise one, and to your future successful self. In a moment, I'm going to turn the volume down on the music, and you can hear me count from 1 to 5. 1, becoming aware of your body sitting in a room. 2, taking a deep breath, bringing the energy back into your body. 3, stretching your arms and your legs. 4, getting ready to open your eyes. And 5, opening your eyes, alert, awake, relaxed, and successful. So now write in the chat and give me your ideas on how you can apply what we've been talking about so far in this presentation. And here's what to do to learn more. I'm going to share with you the details of the CMTE class called the Tools for Effective Guided Imagery. In the CMTE online class, we will discuss the rules that govern the language of the subconscious mind. You will learn how to interview your client to nail down the specific goal of your session. You'll learn how to begin and end the session. You'll learn many techniques and strategies that you can add to your musical selection to take a client on an inner journey. You'll get to tailor your own suggestion script around your client's specific goals. Then you'll submit a recording of that imagery script that you design for the assignment, where you'll be implementing all the strategies that you've learned. I will give you specific feedback on your recording to solidify the entire learning process. The CMTE is an online self-study class that you can take at your convenience, and you'll receive 5 credits. You can take this self-study class whenever you want, and you can even review it again, as it will remain in your class portal. Here's what people are saying about the Tools for Effective Guided Imagery, CMTE. I definitely learned additional ways to go within in order to promote relaxation. Using positive imagery to promote change in the form of a suggestion script was new to me as well. I learned I liked being able to practice the skills while taking the course in order to affirm what was taught in the course and knowing how to use the tools correctly. This is unlike any other training that you've taken, where you attend the training and then study your notes to learn the details. When you finish this training, you will in fact know the material and be ready to apply it to your practice. This class is in the catalog for just $137. For the next hour, you can get 25% off on this class. That means you save $35. Simply click the link and enter the code imagery when you check out. Don't wait, do it now. This is Deborah Spiegel saying, make a difference.